Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited and so honored to be able to present somebody who I hold near and dear to my heart personally, Miss Tara. Um, I am honestly so proud to present Tara today. Tara, well, firstly, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Karen Andrews. I've been with Vantage for just over 1 year. And I couldn't think of anywhere else I'd rather be for so many reasons. I want to introduce you today to a leader in our company. Tara Wilson is a mum of three, a wife to hubby Chris. We've had the absolute pleasure of hanging out with these guys a few times now, and it's been so awesome. So Tara was working full-time as a mortgage advisor when she was first introduced to network marketing many years ago. She had young babies and still wanted to earn a corporate income, but wanted to stay at home with her children. So she's been so successful in this industry that she's now been running her network marketing businesses for over 9 years. Tara's passion in life is to help others dream big, change their beliefs, change their thinking, discover their true passions, gifts, and talents. We all have greatness within us, and one day someone will inspire you and bring it out, and your life will be forever changed. I hope today is that day for you because Tara is such an incredible woman. I love her so dearly. She's so infectious. If she can't inspire you to be the best that you can be, then I don't know who can. I'm so happy to hand you over to Tara, and I really hope that you get so much out of and enjoyment out of today.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just love that technology allows, me to be here with you guys all the way halfway across the world in Australia. I'm here in Northern California, right outside of San Francisco, the sister city to Sydney, I hear. Although Sydney was much prettier. I've been there before and I can't wait to come in June. I'm so excited. Hi. So excited. So, like Karen said, my journey started when these guys were just little. My little daughter was 11 months old and my son was 7. And even though my husband and I both had great 6-figure incomes, what I didn't have as a mom is time with my family. And that really bothered me. In fact, this is a crazy day. I literally just ran into my nanny from my middle daughter. I just ran into her about an hour ago at the store, and she was there to raise my little one, but I wasn't. And even though she was wonderful and loving, I wasn't there to see the first step. So I was already had the good income, the great career, but I just didn't have time. And that really bothered me every day. And so when I saw network marketing, sure, I love the fact that we can, market wonderful products and help really truly make a difference in the climbing cancer and heart disease and all the terrible epidemics out there, but also just to help create entrepreneurs like me and just say, hey, if there's a mom out there that wants to make some side income, whether it's to help out with the bills or just to contribute or to have their own career as a single mom or, like me, a breadwinner, I was able to retire my husband as well 5 years into it. And now he's got his own businesses. And it's nice taking us out of the corporate world. So I'm very happy to call Vantage home. After 8.5 years of very successful in the industry, almost $200 million in sales, 12 countries, with teams of hundreds of thousands, it was really important to me to make sure that I found a final home that could be forever. I didn't want to, start over again. And I just wanted to make sure that whatever I put my name on, I fully backed 100%. So, tonight I'll just share a little information about LifeVantage. We'll talk about the company, a little bit about the product. And some of you guys, or most of you, hopefully have already seen the ABC Primetime Investigative Report. So our products have been on these shelves in the US since 2003, 14 years. And in 2005, after sales just couldn't get going on this incredible medical breakthrough, they said, well, let's just see if we can put it. So it was actually on TV many, many times on, different news stations and whatnot. But the ABC Primetime Investigative Report that aired in 2005 really was something that set the health world on fire and spawned universities and prestigious medical centers around the world to start funding on our product. And we are literally being studied by people in Sweden and Czech Republic and and other countries like that, well, we're not even open to do business in. And so it's kind of interesting when you have something so big that other people are spending their money on it. And so we were in thousands of stores. I don't know if you have any of these, GNCs, Rite Aid, Whole Foods, vitamin shops. They're basically, think of your health food chains that are thousands of them or hundreds of them across Australia. That's what this little pill was sitting on the shelf, and it wasn't really selling because nobody knew about it. And so in 2009, some consultants came and looked at the company history, and they said, well, what happened right here in 2005? Because you haven't really changed much since then. They said, well, we were on the Primetime Investigative Report, which was a very, very popular show. Millions of people tuned in every week. And they said, well, that's the key. We've got to tell the story, and you can't tell the story. You can't tell it on a 1-minute radio or commercial on television, and you can't tell it in a magazine ad. You got to bring it to the people so they can tell their friends and family about it. And so we did that. And in 2009, we entered the direct selling industry. And within 3 years, we became a $200 million US company. And today we're the 68th largest MLM by sales globally. That's a really big deal, guys. There's over 10,000 of these companies, worldwide. So let's talk about why we're even here. Why do we need here? Because, you get a little bit of a history lesson, a little bit of science lesson tonight. This is kind of going to be both. But if you think about human existence, there's a lot of debate. Scientists think we've been here for millions of years. Religious or Christians think, probably 10,000 years. We'll just use the lowest common denominator. So you're telling me that in 10,000 years, just the last 100, which is probably like a grain of sand on a line that's a mile long, right? When you think about it, in the last 100 years, cancer rates have gone in the US. I know that globally it's, in all the Western society, so to speak, the civilized countries, it's following the same pattern. The cancer rates have gone from 1 in 33 to now 1 in 3. And that scares me. You got to think why. Well, that's because prior to 1900, I'm pretty sure it's probably the same as it here in the US, but prior to 1900, 97% of people were farmers. They lived on farms. So everything was organic and free range and, grain fed and vegetarian fed and humanely treated and, grown without pesticides and herbicides and fungicides and without being genetically modified and, crossbred. You got the seeds from your crops the year before, right? There was no industry. There was no factories putting pollutants in the air and the water and the food. There was no fast food and hydrogenated oils and trans fats and all these things, and one of the worst things you do every week is pump gas or petrol. Like every week, that's the most unhealthy thing you do, right? People weren't bombarded with thousands and thousands of toxins every day. So if you think about it, your cells have an energy production, right? Your mitochondria produce energy for your digestion and your respiration and, your immune system and everything that your body needs to do. And and of course, there's no clean energy, just like there isn't in our world, and there's our body. So there's a waste product known as a free radical, and that's because it's an unstable oxygen molecule because it's missing an electron. That's it. And your body has this crazy, amazingly powerful waste management system called antioxidants. The entire word means stopping oxidation, because without the antioxidants, those free radicals sit there and steal electrons, creating more, and it literally oxidizes or rusts the cell. I want you to think about a nail. You can take a beautiful, shiny silver nail and put it outside, and in 2, 3, 4 years, it's going to be, brown and rusty, and it'll probably start to fall apart, and soon enough, you could just break it. It would be so brittle. But when you started out as an infant, your cells were that shiny metal nail. And over time, because of oxidation and because of the environment we live in, we're producing more waste product because of this, our bodies are trying to cope with this new environment that we've only had for the last 100, 120 years, right? Our biggest stress was, is there enough rain for the crop? And is there a bear chasing me, right? Is there a shark? Is there a jellyfish? Is there a crocodile? Is there a spider this big? Is there a python? I mean, I've been to Australia. 9 of the 10 deadliest creatures in the world live there. I told my boyfriend at the time, I'm all, are you trying to kill me? But, you know, that was your biggest stress. But today our environments have changed. And so there's a gap because our bodies produce more waste, but we're still evolutionarily producing the same amount of enzymes that we produced 200, 300, 400 years ago. And that gap is what is causing disease. That gap is causing cancer and heart disease and arthritis and fibromyalgia and Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and 220 of the worst diseases that are caused by the aging process, right? That accelerated aging process, meaning we have more free radicals and not enough. So for years, for, you know, a couple, I don't know, probably 100 years ago or so, they've been trying to, scientists, nutritionists, doctors have been trying to close that gap with high doses of synthetic antioxidants. Or even like, you know, there's been over the last 10 years a flood in the, especially in the direct selling world of, you know, super juices and powders and pills and concentrated form of antioxidants. And that's really good, you know, because, you know, there's all these berries around the world and you can, you know, you can concentrate them and make them more powerful. But they're only going to be delivering tens of thousands or at most hundreds of thousands of antioxidants. And unfortunately, we need trillions. Yes, you heard that right, trillions. So scientists for the last 40 years, when they discovered the role of this unbelievably damaging free radical called the superoxide anion, they said, okay, well, the superoxide dismutase is there's the antioxidant that can neutralize 1 million of these without being consumed. So this is a far more effective strategy, right? You eat 1 molecule of vitamin C, it neutralizes 1 free radical. One of your body's own antioxidants will neutralize 1 million. What if we could get your body, what if we could somehow biohack into your DNA and tell your cells, instruct it to produce more of these enzymes? And so 40 years ago, they discovered this and found some things that are, you know, naturally occurring in nature that turn on the NRF2 pathway, which is a protein messenger that binds to your DNA and causes your body to produce more of these. Hang on one second. Okay, so this is the discovery. So let's fast forward to, you know, what we have now, which is Protandim. This is just what it does. And we have 7 US patents, multiple international patents, and 23 published studies showing that what this does is basically that. It turns on the NRF2 pathway, releases more of your body's enzymes, and it's literally gobbling up those free radicals by the millions. They say about 1 million per second all day, every day. Let me put that into something that you guys might be able to really get a visual on. So a little thing of blueberries, you know, those little squares of blueberries we have, I don't know if you have them here, they're just little square, they're 6 ounces. About a serving of blueberries is half of that. In the US, they're about $3. Even non-organic, they're about $3. And so one of those is a serving. At $1.50 a day, blueberries are one of the highest antioxidants we consumed. It'll neutralize 6,500 of those oxygen molecules. Sounds awesome. You would literally have to eat $3 million per day, US dollars per day, which is way more in Australia, $3 million per day in blueberries to get the same antioxidant protection as your body produces as a result of your own enzymes being dumped into your cells. And now you'll probably see why this was called. NRF2 activation was coined by a university that has nothing to do with our company, the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. Not in the history of nutrition, in the history of medicine, because we have been able to turn up. And so much so that literally right now, there are hundreds, last year, 1,500 brand new studies on NRF2 activation on top of 1,400 the year before. It's now science. In 1994, there was 1 study on NRF2. In the first 2 months of this year, there were 497 published studies on the power of NRF2, activating that NRF2 pathway. Helps with everything, because if there's 220 diseases linked to, you know, oxidative stress, and this is clinically proven to reduce your oxidative stress by 40% in the first month. The first month, almost half. And it continues lowering it month after month after month after month. This is why people are having extraordinary results, and it's $40 in the US. What is it? 52 Australia, 50 Australia, something like that, right? I don't know. I just know the Canada pricing. And so it's also the only thing proven in the world history of supplements and of all natural ingredients to extend your life by an average of 7%. Like, what would you do for 5 or 6 more years of life? And by the way, the earlier you take it, the longer you will live, by the way. And it's not even about living longer. It's also about living a healthier, more, disease-free life. And of course, we can't make any claims, but if oxidative stress causes disease and you're lowering your oxidative stress, you do the math. I can't legally do it for you. So we also have the same. So what do you guys, Karen, Facebook messaged me, what all products do you have? Like, I know that you guys just got the NRF1, or do you not have the NRF1 yet? Okay, just True Science and Protandem?
Just
okay.
Protandem.
Okay, so perfect. So hopefully you'll get some of our newer, we have, this has been on the market for 14 years. A year ago, we launched another product. I know they're diligently trying to get it globally approved. Stay tuned. But let's talk about the True Science, because one of the universities, again, not affiliated or funded by our company, was starting to crush the little pills into a powder, and they were making a paste. It's just a little pill, it's herbs. And what they were doing is they were putting it in petri dishes with skin cancer cells, and it was killing the skin cancer. Then they started applying it topically. Well, they let us know that this is working actually from a topical level. Now, we don't claim to kill skin cancer, but you can go look up the university study, Louisiana State University, and Protandem, and you can find the results of what it was doing with skin cancer. You guys can go look that up. I'm not going to make a claim, but you can go read what it was doing and what they found by our patented product. But so we quickly, just a couple years after becoming a direct sales company, put it in a cream formula, a day and night cream, and has no sunscreen, because of course we don't want to put any more toxins in your body, and most sunscreens are toxic ingredients. So this is both a day and a night cream, and it was finding that it was actually going in and activating the cells on a cellular level. This is so much further beyond like even 4th generation skincare, which is applying active ingredients that will repair elastin and collagen. This is 5th level. It's going into your skin, into the cells, and it's turning on the mechanisms that already know how to repair the collagen and the elastin and to detoxify. So this is just one line of skincare. We have now a cleanser. We have a perfecting lotion, which is a toner and a serum. And the serum is literally half the cost of the serum that I used to use, and it lasts 4 times as long. Then we also have an eye serum. It's good for those dark circles, to moisturize, keep those eyelids from droopy, and of course, crow's feet. I mean, I'm 58. How do I look? I'm not even close. I'm 26 in my head still, so we're okay with there. Wait, I have a 17-year-old. Okay, I'm at least 37. Okay, would you believe that? And all without any sulfates, parabens, formaldehydes, no genetically modified ingredients in any of our products, no petroleums, mineral oils, and artificial colors. It's pure food for your skin, and it not only has the 5 ingredients, but additional plant ingredients to just nourish your skin. And it's the best skincare I have ever used in my life. And believe me, and it's about half the cost, by the way. I've used some really good skincare. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Strivectin. It's the #1 global selling skin product of all time. Dr. Natalie Chevreau from France is a formulist. She is actually our formulist. She created the #1 skin product of all time. She's our formulist, so she knows skin. So I guess my comfort in this company, and when I was looking at, if I was going to spend the rest of my life building a network, I know how to build networks. We had 400,000 people in my last team. I wanted to make sure that we were giving them products that I would personally use without compromise. There couldn't be a single ingredient. There couldn't be anything that I wouldn't personally use in my body, that were put on my face, because I certainly wouldn't want to tell you to do it if I wasn't doing it. And I scoured the industry, and over again was just left with this company. And I'm so excited that I will know that going forward, everything they continue to launch, and they've launched 9 products in the US since I've joined, new markets, right? We just opened the Netherlands and the UK, but nothing's ever going to have artificial colors, flavors, sweeteners. They're going to use the finest ingredients, and everything is backed by science, because at the end of the day, You know, we want people to get results affordably. And I'll tell you, I used to buy a product that delivered like 25,000 antioxidants a day. It was $100 a month more. It was 40 times less effective, and it was $100 a month more. So, and believe me when I say, after 20,000 customers in the last 20 months, I have seen people have extraordinary results, and I'm sure that everyone can attest to that. So, you know, let's just talk about the business of it, because at the end of the day, we can do anything to make income, right? We can do anything. But what I love about network marketing is that I would share this product for free. I would truly share it for free. Everywhere I go, everyone I talk to, what do? I market a medical breakthrough that costs $40 and is changing lives. You have to hear about it. And I send them an ABC video, and they're like, oh my gosh, where do I order? I've honestly never had an easier time selling anything in my life, because I don't feel like I'm selling it, because I have inflammation all over my body that's no longer there. I'm 43. I ran track in high school. I had horrible dental. I had teeth pain for years. I literally couldn't chew on one side of my mouth for 2 years. Not for a couple months, not for a couple weeks, for 2 years. And the dentist has record of it, that every time I went in, every 6 months, and finally after taking Protandim for 4 months, I went in and she's like, how's your tooth pain? And I'm like, it's not there anymore. And I never, you don't, so warning, write down how you feel, how you sleep, your energy levels, your quality of sleep, and any aches and pains before you take it. Because what happens is you start feeling better and you forget that you used to feel bad. So if you want to know how bad you feel, just stop taking it. And a couple weeks later, you'll go back to that and you'll be like, just kidding, put me back on. And so, you know, it's really simple to get started. We have a few packages that I won't be the one sharing. But here's the bottom line is this is an economy where I think people are more open than ever. This is the age of the entrepreneur, right? Whether it's a stay-at-home mom that wants to make a little bit of money to help out with the house, or to have a full-time career, or a retiree who wants to, you know, travel the world, or parents who want to put their kids through university, or, you know, give them a wedding or travel, whatever it is. Technology has really changed in the last 10 years. There was no Facebook when I started, right? And I just want to say that something to think about is we're the first generation in human history that can build a global business from a device that fits in your pocket, that literally every 8-year-old that I know can absolutely, you know, navigate through. And you can have access to a business model, but not have any liability, right? I don't own any assets. I don't have any inventory. The only inventory I have is what my family is going to consume. I didn't have to spend millions of dollars hiring doctors, sourcing ingredients, quality testing, making sure it worked. 23 studies, right? Well, we didn't do any of those studies, but those studies cost millions of dollars. I don't have to hire a lab. I don't have to hire a product formulist. I don't have to have a customer service team, a legal team, a commissions department, a marketing department, a website. Do you know how much it costs to have a website? Thousands of dollars. And I don't know what it is in the US, but I mean, I got involved for such a small amount. Like in the US, it was $1,200 or $1,300 with tax and shipping, $1,300 to start a business. I couldn't get a website for that if I were an independent business owner. And I now make almost $500,000 a year after 20 months. And I'm telling you, I have 3 kids that are 8 and 11 and 17, and I am running crazy all day, every day. And I still find time to build it. Why? Technology, support, tools, and everything you need. So I hope you're as wowed as this medical breakthrough as I am. And I know all of our leaders, but we have an incredible team where we really truly have a system where we help people. We do information launch calls and webinars and Zooms. Technology is allowing us to build a global business from the comfort of my own home. I'm literally wearing like a shirt and like a t-shirt and jean shorts. My shirt's probably dirty because I was cooking, and I'm able to sit here and talk to amazing people around the globe. And I'll just tell you that don't take that for granted. This is definitely an opportunity that right now is hot. And here's why. I'm not even going to pretend. I think I added it up one time. And if you took the US, Canada, Japan, which is our second biggest market, Netherlands, UK, Australia, and Mexico, and Thailand. It's over 700 million people in those markets. I think might even be a little bit more. And I think, you know, we're going to be opening a couple markets that'll expand to over 1 billion people soon that we have access to. And let me tell you how many people, let me tell you how ground floor this is. Let me tell you how new this is. In the life of being a network marketing company since 2009, and we've done over $1 billion in sales because we have so many repeat customers. So our retention is 82% on this one product right here. Here's the thing is we only have 1.8 million total customers and distributors, which about 90% of those are customers. Not even 2 million. I live in California. You could put them all in the state of California and I would still have 37 million people, plus the rest of the United States, wide open, plus Canada with nobody, plus Japan, plus Australia, plus, you know, are you getting me? Not even 2 million people yet. And this is a medical breakthrough. And we're still doing over $200 million a year because of the retention. And so I'm telling you guys, if you ever wanted to be part of something, I mean, to be called the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine, that's right up there in my brain with like vaccines or penicillin or open heart surgery or birth control. I mean, think about the medical breakthroughs that have happened. Well, I believe this is going to be the next big one. And we have an opportunity to share it with our friends and our family with a team that teaches you the mindset, the skill set. You guys have extraordinary leadership, and Karen and G right there in Australia and Charlotte. You guys are amazing. And we have a new manager of the country. I'm coming out there and I know that you guys have an opportunity when 99.9% of the population hasn't heard of it. And it's a nutrigenomics, it's a budding field. The science is there to back it up. The living proof in people is there, backed by federally funded research. There is no time like others. So I'm so thankful for you guys. I hope that you share the vision and we welcome you to be a part of this journey with us. So